Hey everyone, I've got a story to share that'll make you think twice about working the night shift at a gas station. I've been stuck in this dead-end job for as long as I can remember, spending my nights counting down the minutes until I can finally clock out and go home. But let me tell you, what happened to me one fateful night changed everything. It was like any other night, the city lights twinkling in the distance as I stood behind the counter, counting out change for the late-night customers who wandered in and out like ghosts in the darkness. The hum of the fluorescent lights overhead was the only thing keeping me company as I passed the time, lost in my own thoughts. But then, something strange happened. It was around midnight, just when things were starting to quiet down, that I noticed a figure standing at the edge of the gas station parking lot, just beyond the reach of the flickering streetlights. At first, I thought it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, but as I watched, the figure seemed to grow more and more distinct, more real. I couldn't make out much in the darkness, just the vague outline of a person standing there, perfectly still, like they were waiting for something. I tried to shake it off, to convince myself that it was just some drunk stumbling home from a night out on the town, but something about the way they stood there, motionless and silent, sent a shiver down my spine. I must have stood there for what felt like hours, watching the figure in the darkness, unable to tear my eyes away. And then, just as suddenly as they appeared, they were gone, disappearing into the night without a trace. I tried to push the encounter out of my mind, to chalk it up to nothing more than a trick of the light, but deep down, I knew there was something more to it. Something dark and sinister that lurked just beyond the edge of my understanding. As the nights passed, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that the figure in the darkness was still out there, lurking just out of sight, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I started seeing them everywhere, in the shadows of the alley behind the gas station, in the reflection of the windows as I cleaned the floors, even in my dreams. I tried to talk to my coworkers about it, to see if they'd experienced anything similar, but they just laughed it off like I was some kind of crazy person. Maybe I was, I don't know. All I know is that the things I was experiencing felt all too real to be dismissed so easily. But then, just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they did. It was a few weeks after I first spotted that mysterious figure lurking in the darkness when I stumbled upon the secret hidden in the fields near the gas station. I wish I could say it was something mundane, like a stash of stolen goods or a drug operation, but it was far, far worse than that. It was a night like any other, the air thick with the smell of gasoline and exhaust as I made my way outside for a smoke break. But as I stepped out into the cool night air, something caught my eye, something that sent a chill down my spine. There, just beyond the edge of the gas station property, was a patch of land that seemed darker than the rest, like it was shrouded in shadows even in the dim glow of the streetlights. I felt drawn to it, like some invisible force was pulling me closer, urging me to uncover its dark secrets. As I crept closer, I could see that the ground was covered in a thick layer of dead grass and twisted brambles, like something had scorched the earth and left nothing but desolation in its wake. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any stranger, I saw it. Nestled in the center of the desolate patch of land was a strange, circular structure, like some kind of ancient altar carved from blackened stone. Symbols and runes were etched into its surface, their meaning lost to time, while strange, flickering lights danced in the darkness around it. I tried to make sense of what I was seeing, to rationalize it away as nothing more than a figment of my overactive imagination. But deep down, I knew there was something more to it, something dark and sinister that lurked just beneath the surface. I tried to tell my coworkers about what I'd found, to warn them of the danger that lurked just beyond the edge of the gas station property, but they just laughed it off like I was some kind of crazy person. Maybe I was, I don't know. All I know is that the things I was experiencing felt all too real to be dismissed so easily. But then, just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they did. The figure that had been stalking me in the darkness all those nights, the one I thought I'd left behind, appeared before me once again, its eyes burning with an otherworldly fire as it beckoned me closer. I tried to resist its pull, to turn and run as fast as my legs would carry me, but it was like I was rooted to the spot, unable to tear my eyes away from its hypnotic gaze. And then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, it was gone, disappearing into the darkness without a trace. I wish I could tell you that was the end of it, that I never saw the figure again and that everything went back to normal. But the truth is, some secrets are too dark to stay buried, and some forces are too powerful to be ignored. And as for what lies hidden in the fields near the gas station, well, Let's just say I pray that no one else ever has to uncover the horrors that I did.